Hey, what's good everyone? Today I'm going to be sharing 5 practical ways to save money living in an expensive city. While I'll share you these tips, I'm going to be touring around DC with a fellow creator, Alex. So let's just get started. Woo! So the biggest areas we can tackle to save money is housing and transportation. In any big city, there's gonna be a lot of people living there and a shit ton of housing to choose from. Along with that, because there's a lot of people, transportation is abysmal. Now, Washington DC traffic isn't as bad as LA, but it's still pretty dang awful. So the first step with housing is to have roommates. Now you can look on websites such as Zillow or Craigslist, ask around, ask your friends to see if they have a room opening up. But having a roommate will severely cut down your housing costs. As for commuting, I love traffic. Okay, no, that's a blatant lie. That's shit no one says. People have an average one-way drive time of 25.5 minutes in the United States. And 600,000 Americans have a mega commute of over 90 minutes. Just think about all the unpaid hours workers have during their commute, as well as their generally unproductive time spent there. To make matters worse, research has shown that there's a direct link towards commute time and well-being. People with the longest commute have the lowest satisfaction with life. Adding 20 minutes to your commute time makes you as miserable as getting a 19% pay cut. A large study of over 1,000 people in San Francisco determined that the ideal commute time was 16 minutes. This is consistent with other studies that have shown that people don't want a commute time less than 15 minutes. But how you commute seems to matter just as much as how long the commute is. Research clearly shows that people are happiest when they walk to work. Taking the commuter rail or biking to work are better options than driving in terms of commuter satisfaction. Driving is the most stressful way to commute, but unfortunately it's the most popular way. People who take public transit, walk, or bike are still a very small percentage of commuters. So a huge way you can cut down your expenses is to live close to where you work. Whether you can walk 15 minutes or just hop on a metro or public transit to get there, whichever way is best. Now you may be thinking that living close to your work will be more expensive. You'll have to weigh the financial costs of it, because if you live close enough or have a means of transportation to get to work where you don't need a car, you can save money on your car because you don't need it. Also car insurance, all of that you don't have to pay, repairs as well. So that's huge savings that you could put elsewhere. Tip number 2 is to cut down food and drinks costs by packing lunch and bulk buying. So why is dining out so damn expensive? To make a profit, restaurants have to mark up their prices by 300%. You're also paying for service and convenience. In many cases, a restaurant's meal that's worth $15 you can make for $5 at home. The average commercially prepared meal costs $13. So say if you eat out Monday through Friday, 13 times 5 is $65. Quick maths. And that's $65 a week. So in a year, it's gonna be $3,380. By contrast, the average meal prepared at home costs $4. That's a $9 difference between making it at home and buying out. But don't worry, you don't have to completely stop ordering out to save mad cash. Most Americans typically eat commercially prepared meals 4 times a week. So if you just prepare 2 of those meals instead, you'll save $936 a year. That's almost $1,000. So if you can just bring leftovers for lunch 2 times a week, you're gonna save so much money. Buying food in bulk also cuts down costs even more. I personally found a few staple items that I buy every single time that I go to Costco or the grocery store. And it might sound bland, but you can always add in different spices to make each meal unique. For me, my staples are rice, some sort of meats, and veggies. And my veggies are basically cucumbers and bell peppers, which are technically fruits. That always confused me. And also, if you know what you want, you're gonna save time when you go and actually buy those ingredients. Keep eating simple and think of food as fuel. And if you're really strapped for cash, you can just buy 50-cent ramens. I did this for lunch for 3 years in college and saved a lot of money. Albeit it's not the healthiest thing, but you can make it slightly gourmet by adding in eggs or vegetables. Ooh, and cilantro, that shit is. For those of you who like going out and drinking, I would highly recommend you to pregame and just buy your alcohol at a liquor store. Instead of paying $6 for a low-end alcohol shot, just buy a huge bottle and share among your friends. And that way, being a raging alcoholic can actually be kind of cheap. I spilled all over my shirt, so I had to go change. The third tip is free entertainment. If you're a broke millennial, you better believe we're gonna be scrappy. Cities are hubs of people and activities, but you don't have to spend money to have a good time. There are free activities in nature such as hiking, and in the city you might have free things such as museums. Facebook has many events going on around your area, and if you look, you'll find many activities are free. Meetup.com is also great for social activities. There includes many different foreign language meetups, board game meetups, and photography trips. You'll just have to look and see. And of course, you'd always have a nice night with your friends, invite them over or go to their place and just enjoy each other's company. The fourth tip is to shop secondhand. Great places to look are Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and thrift shops. Anything you could want could probably be bought at a lower price. It may be used, but in the end, it'll be functional and get the job done. Popular things on these sites include clothes, electronics, and miscellaneous items, but there are so many more. And don't just be a consumer. Put your own things out there that you don't need, declutter your space, and simplify your life. And make some cash while you do so. The fifth and final tip to save money in an expensive city is to prevent buying in the first place. It helps to consciously consume and not purchase things on impulse. A good tip that I use is that if I want something, I'm not gonna buy it then and there. I'll wait at least 2 days to think it over if it's something small, but if it's something bigger, I'll wait as long as a month or a couple months. Another thing I talk about on this channel a lot is minimalism, and that's decluttering and throwing away all the stuff you don't really need and focusing on the things that you prioritize and love that adds value to your life. So those are 5 practical ways you can save huge amounts of money living in an expensive city. On this channel, we help each other make intentional lifestyle and financial decisions, and I would love it for you to join the FamiLei. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That's all for this video. Peace!